What's going on, socialites? Welcome to part 3 and the finale of our Road to Master Ball Mamoswine's a Beast series, whatever you want to call it. The swine. Um, Feeling fine with the swine hashtag. But yeah, before we get started, sorry I started recording this battle a little late here, but we might have hit 500 subs. Right now it says that. Not sure if it's going to stay that, so we'll see. But as long as we stay at that 500 subs, we will have something coming up on the next week's podcast. We'll announce our giveaway. So thank you, everybody, for that. And stay tuned for the giveaway on next week's podcast. And make sure you stay tuned to the channel for the Majors draft for Season 5 this weekend. And, you know, all the great content that you love from us. So thanks again. All right, so we're hopping back in here. We got the same team that we've been messing with. Mamoswine, Rillaboom, Thundurus, Whimsicott, Urshifu, Single Strike, and Scarf Kyogre. So we look at this team that we're going up against. Dragonite dies to Mamoswine. Regieleki dies to Mamoswine. Colossal dies to Mamoswine. Amoonguss dies to Mamoswine. Dracovish, pretty sure that's going to die to Mamoswine. And then Xerneas, unless they want to max it, like, it can't carry everything. So this is definitely a Whimsicott Mamoswine lead. They do have Dragonite Colossal for the Aqua Jet, if they want to go for that. But Colossal doesn't scare me. Like, if we get a Tailwind up, Scarf Kyogre behind Tailwind does that. Okay, so Amoonguss and Regieleki, so they're not going to bring the Dragonite Colossal here. Probably a smart move with us having Kyogre. So Regieleki can't really do anything against us. Like, Electro Web wouldn't affect Mamoswine, and we run at Prankster speed with Whimsicott, so I expect us maybe a Volt Switch here into Whimsicott or a Switch out. Because not all Regielekis run Volt Switch. Usually you have like Electro Web, Protect, so he just switches out, so he might not even have Protect there. Goes into Dragonite. Maybe he was thinking it would be a Max Quake into Amoonguss. Check this out, though. If this Icicle Crash hits... Yeah, what was Amoonguss going for here? Maybe a Spore into the Mamoswine? Or maybe a Sludge Bomb into Whimsicott? But not Focus Sash. We take it down. Haven't even gotten our max going yet. See what he sends out here. That's the kind of start I like to see from Mamoswine, you know, just picking up KOs. And you see his team, assuming Xerneas is the last one, Mamoswine's going to knock out this Dragonite and this Regieleki pretty easily. And we got Taunt on the Whimsicott for the Xerneas. So there we see the Xerneas. So we're not going to let this guy set up here. You know, Power Herb Xerneas, always a classic. Xerneas goes for the Protect. Now we didn't max here once again, but our Mamoswine outspeeds the Dragonite. And looks like this was Inner Focus, because it definitely was not Marvel Scale, because we knocked that guy out. Mamoswine picking up another KO. And now he knows that Xerneas isn't going to be able to set up, because we're just going to click that taunt and we're going to click that high horsepower. And I don't think Xerneas can 4v1. Xerneas was a monster in Gen 6, Gen 7. It's definitely taken a step back in Gen 8. Mostly due to like Zacian running around. Just another powerful restricted steel type. But we're going to make sure that he can't get his thing up here. And yeah, and he just cancels it. So he saw the writing on the wall. So that was a clean sweep from Mamoswine. Again, the Regieleki I wasn't worried about, which is why I wasn't targeting it there at the end. But yeah, so a quick win. Let's go to the next one. Alright, so you see now we're at rank 10. Moving on up, 18 and 5 over the 2 days. Mamoswine putting in work the last couple games. If you watch the end of our part 2, he basically 4-0'd a team, and then he was going to 4-0 this one. Like there was nothing that Xerneas could do. We're just looking for somebody from Mamoswine to beat down here. Alright, here we go. Let's take a look at Isaac. Alright, Dialga dies to Mamoswine. Lapras is a bit of a problem. Venusaur dies to Mamoswine. Incineroar dies to Mamoswine. Thundurus dies to Mamoswine. Grimmsnarl could be annoying if it's like a lagging tail set. We definitely need Mamoswine to take care of Dialga here. Although Thundurus isn't bad if we weaken it a little bit. And then we also got Urshifu. So we got 3 things that can kind of take down this Dialga and the Lapras. Because the Lapras is the only thing that really concerns me with Mamoswine. Let's even see if he brought it. Okay, Dialga and Incineroar. So I'm thinking here, right? It's a clear fake out Whimsicott, and I would expect a switch out on the Dialga. Like you don't want to mess with Big Mamo here. So we're gonna Helping Hand so that we circumvent the fake out, and we're gonna Max Quake into Incineroar. So he actually doesn't switch out Dialga, which is a good move for him. If he maxes here, say he's like Life Orb Dialga, he could knock us out. Mamoswine isn't the bulkiest boy when he's being hit for super effective. Yep, so I still think this is the right move, because again, we brought so many things to hit Dialga super effectively. Let's see if the fake out. Yep, there's the fake out, so that's the nice thing about Helping Hand. You can get these easy KOs right off the bat, not have to really worry too much about the fake out. Because usually they don't double into Whimsicott to knock it out with the fake out. They try to fake out Whimsicott and take out whatever your threat is. Let's see, so he goes for the Wormwind actually, doesn't even go for the Steel Spike, which is interesting. We actually eat that up very nicely. We are going to get the attack drop, which is unfortunate. We can counteract that though with the Helping Hand. As we do know that we outspeed this Dialga here. Interesting. Thunderous Therian. I almost want to KO that, but I'm also not like afraid of it. Like, it can't hit me for anything really super effectively. Maybe like a foul play would be its strongest sort of attack here. So we're going to do another helping hand into this Dialga. No protects or max guards coming out. Flash Cannon goes into Whimsicott. Whimsicott actually survives that, which is, you know, good for Whimsicott. Let's see how much this does to Dialga. We do a nice chunk, and we're going to get a special defense boost here. So, if he was thinking of going for another Wormwind, we should survive that. Yeah, so he just goes for another Wormwind, which we're fine with. Mamoswine's doing its job here. Now we can Tailwind and just go for a Max Quake on the Dialga. It might even be Assault Vest Dialga. That way, if he's going for the Flash Cannon now onto Mamoswine, we're not too worried about that. What's his last Pokemon, though? The Thundurus is a little annoying against our Thundurus and Urshifu. So he actually does Max Guard this time, so he wasn't Assault Vest. That's a good Max Guard on his part. And the Flash Cannon takes out Mamoswine. So I think we can bring out Thundurus here. Because it'll resist their Thundurus's attacks. Alright, so we're going to go with Urshifu. We might even just be able to start clicking like Sucker Punch, but with the Tailwind, I think we can Wicked Blow. And we know that he's not Assault Vest, so we can even try to just KO Dialga with a Moonblast here. Let's see if this picks up the KO. It is neutral, but that's enough. That's crazy. And this Wicked Blow will pick up the KO on Thundurus. Critical hit. I didn't see that coming. Alright, who's their last Mon? Facing down Whimsicott, Urshifu, and Thundurus in the back. It is Lapras. I'm thinking it might potentially have Ice Shard on this. But he just cancels the battle. Can't face down all of our Mons, so we're rolling. Mamoswine blew that kind of hole through their team, putting a lot of pressure on their leads, Incineroar and Dialga. Crazy that they maxed Dialga in that position, but yeah, I feel like if you had swapped into the Lapras that turn, we would have been in a lot more trouble. Alright, so let's get the next game set up. Looks like we're only maybe a couple away from reaching Master Ball, so if we can keep this going, We might make it here. Alright, so this is Zacian, Wheezing Regigigas team. Torkoal is interesting. Kartana scares me a lot. We didn't do so well against that Kartana in our previous game. So definitely the Kartana scares me. What do you bring here? Maybe like Wheezing Regigigas with Zacian Kartana in the back, but Kartana not Dynamaxing seems weak to me. We could even just start off with like Thunderous Urshifu. I don't think would be bad either. I do like Mamo though, against a lot of this team too. Alright, so he does start off with the Regigigas Wheezing. So typically the Wheezing protects turn 1. So we could even try to double protect here. Or we just attack into the Regigigas. Alright, so his Regigigas is faster than us, which is unfortunate. So if he goes for like Max Knuckle, that could probably KO Urshifu, and it'll probably do a lot to Mamoswine. Then we might be in a little bit of trouble here. Let's see. So he doesn't go for the Protect. Urshifu's the fastest though, and it does get off a nice close combat. Doing a lot of damage here. Gigas goes for the strike onto Mamoswine. Oh my goodness, and that did so much damage. Critical hit, wow. So what's Wheezing going for here? We do get the Quake off. Will this be enough to KO? Regigigas is a bulky boy. We actually don't pick up the KO. That's nutty. And Wheezing actually goes for Heat Wave, so it's going to pick up the KO on Mamoswine. We do have the speed advantage, though, on the Regigigas and with our Kyogre. So what we could actually do is we can bring Kyogre in here, just click Water Spout, and swap out Urshifu. To reset it. So we basically traded our Dynamax here, which is fine. If I'm trading a Pokemon like Mamoswine for Regigigas, I mean fear the boar, right? Watch out for those tusks. That's what I gotta say, you know. That would be a pretty good art piece. Dynamax Regigigas grabbing on to Mamoswine's like tusks, and they're like in a eternal fight. Okay, so Weezing actually protects here. What I thought it would do last one, but he's probably not expecting the Scoff. The Scoff Ogre. Bop. Weezing typically protect, taunt, Sludge Bomb, and I guess Heat Wave on this one. Sometimes they run like Haze or something. Alright, Kartana comes out, so Kartana is definitely scary. I think we should outspeed it though and be able to knock it out. Water Spout. This will do a lot to Kartana. Almost knocks it out. Was that a Focus Sash? It was a Focus Sash. And Thundurus just cleans it up here. So Kartana, the biggest thing against our Kyogre, goes down. Again, if I was going to bring that, I would have it as my max option, but they don't get the poison. And who's the last mod? It's got to be Zacian, right? Yep. What can Zacian do, though, against this Scarf Kyogre? Like, it should have Wild Charge, right? Wild Charge is pretty popular. Water Spout. This should pick up the KO on Weezing, and it does huge damage to Zacian. And don't forget, we still got our Choice Band Urshifu in the back, even though the Sucker Punch is resisted, it'll do a lot. And he can't take both of us out. Here comes the Behemoth Blade. I'm gonna assume this is going to Kyogre, but I mean, we're water. We eat that. Wild Charge. Will it be enough to KO? It isn't. Oh my goodness, Thundurus. I feel like you're being so weak lately. This is like a bulky Zacian. He's probably going to cancel the battle here. He knows. Yep. They never let me get the last KO. What's that? 4 straight battles that they've canceled? Alright, Socialites. I think we're going to the final boss fight here. So we'll have to see if we can get to Master Ball. Oh yeah, we're one away, baby. Let's get it. Alright, we are going up against Seeker, the boss battle. Look, oh, Palkia. We've gone against a few Palkias. This is some sort of crazy Trick Room team, so I'm definitely scared of this Palkia. Got Stakataka, we got Indeedee, Hatterene. Oh yeah, this is going to be interesting. This is going to be a good one. If they get Trick Room up, we're in trouble. Kyogre looks really good here against everything but the Rillaboom. And the Palkia. It's not like the best against Palkia. Mamoswine, though, takes out Stakataka, takes out Torkoal. I'm not worried about Hatterene or Indeedee. If I were them, like, if you just led, like, Hatterene and Indeedee and do, like, a Follow Me Trick Room, I can't really stop that, right? This is actually scary. I don't know if we might have to do a part 4. I don't know. I was hoping this would be easy, but it truly is a final boss fight. Alright, let's see. I've lived and died by Mamoswine, so that's what we're going for. Bring in Rillaboom this match. We haven't brought him too much. Okay, Indeedee Palkia. Okay, so this scares me. The Trick Room Palkia flashbacks. They're coming back. Palkia is actually like so good defensively against my team and offensively against Mamoswine. The Psychic Terrain stops us from being able to taunt anything, so that's why I'm going to switch into Rillaboom, rewrite the terrain. Just because I got PTSD, guys. I'm like, I've seen this before. Okay, so follow me. So we're gonna taunt this Indeedee. But does he get the Trick Room up is the question. Or did he go for like a Hydro Pump into our Mamoswine? Ooh, he goes for the Hydro Pump. Rillaboom can take this reasonably. Emphasis on reasonably. So now Indeedee is basically useless, right? We taunted it, so we know that we can get like a pretty free double here into Palkia. But I really want to keep Rillaboom around. Fake Out would be fine, but I'm afraid of him maxing the Palkia. He does his own Rillaboom, which is interesting. Grassy Glide does some good damage, and how much will this Moonblast do? Whimsicott's actually been doing pretty well lately. Ooh, takes it out. Love to see that. The restricted Pokemon down early. Alright, we got the momentum here now. So now they got their Rillaboom. That's interesting. So they brought Indeedee and Rillaboom. So both of their terrain setters. Palkia, and who do you think the last one is? Torkoal's the last one. Oh, geez. Interesting. Okay, Mamoswine in the back. They don't have anything that can do Trick Room anymore. They might go for a Fake Out into the Whimsicott. So we're going to switch on to Kyogre, rewrite the weather. That way, Heat Wave or whatever fire attack they're going for on Rillaboom is going to be reduced. And I'm hoping that this high horsepower does like a third or so. Ooh, they actually switch out Rillaboom into Indeedee, which is fine by me. This truly is a boss battle. We're all swapping around. He's probably just one win away as well. Torkoal actually goes for Protect, so we got Kyogre in for free, and they got no Rillaboom to threaten us. This is actually great. Neither of us have maxed yet either. I don't know what to do in this last slot. I'm thinking, like I'm in a good spot. I just want to keep the offense on. He swaps out the Torkoal. This is going to be a follow me from Indeedee. No, it's a protect. This guy is truly a final boss. He's making me work for this. So, is this Assault Vest Rillaboom? No, I don't think it's Assault Vest. He's overriding his own terrain for us, though, which definitely helps us. I figure he's gonna swap something back into Torkoal. So, and probably like try to Grassy Glide or something into the Kyogre. So we're gonna bring Whimsicott back out. Seems like we got the speed advantage here, so I'm not too worried about getting Tailwind. Oh, he swaps out Rillaboom into the Torkoal. Okay, so the follow me, so doesn't really matter for us. We were basically targeting here anyway. Just because I was predicting the Torkoal switch. We should probably just be clicking Grassy Glide though, but I need to get a knockout. That way I can get Kyogre in against his Torkoal easily. So I'm thinking I should just double into the Indeedee slot. He has shown Protect, though. So he could just Protect here. And then perhaps pick up a double KO with a Heat Wave. Torkoal's his best Dynamax Pokemon. Okay, so he actually switches out Indeedee into Rillaboom. So Rillaboom's gonna most likely die to this Grassy Glide here, but he maxes the Torkoal. But again, we got Kyogre in the back, so I'm not worried about anything now. He didn't bring anything to set up the Trick Room. Grassy Glide takes out Rillaboom. And then the Moonblast. It's resisted, doesn't do too much, but we get that special attack drop. So that's always nice. Some extra, you know, insurance here. Rillaboom dies, which is actually good. I would rather he go down. Just because I want to end this game now. I ain't afraid. I feel like with this Palkia, he just forgot to like, oh yeah, Whimsicott can attack. Helping Hand, Water Spout, bop. And he just runs away, the coward. That's like 5 straight games, people just quitting. Let me get my KOs. Let me get them. But with that, I think that's enough, guys. I think we did it. That was a pretty good boss battle, I'm going to say. Let's see, did we make it? We made it to Master Ball just in the nick of time. Remember, today's the last day that you can play Series 8. Use the team code below if you want to try out this Hyper Offense team featuring Mamoswine. And also check out our new merch store, also linked below. We really appreciate the support. And as always, stay classy, society.